Boom. So in tune, being in tune. Being in tune has nothing to do with being in tune with the frequency intervals called musical notes. It is, however, all to do with being in tune with the multiversal divine source. That's why Sur, the Sanskrit term for tune, is replaceable for the devas or the good godly folk, while Asur, meaning not in tune, is used for demons, suggesting that they are so because of not being in tune with the divine will. The new flute, herding souls back home. Some ask, what is the point of PT's music? Many among those have heard Krish tales of playing flute to herd the cows back home. These cows are busy munching, immersed in the various herbs, grasses, and leaves of the jungle, and have lost all sense of anything else beyond that. People don't question the point in this exercise in the story. Cows have to be brought back home. Cows have to be brought back home. It all sounds obvious and natural to them, but they miss the real point of which this story is only the metaphor. Sanskrit go has two meanings, cow and the senses. It is the senses meaning which is crucial. The senses are always wanting to feed upon the various things in the jungle of this world. It takes divine sound to grab their attention, which in turn allows them to come back to the real home of the divine, That's what PT's LotusOcean sounds are for, herding souls back to the source. Guitar is the new flute of this time. Only the sounds matter. Flute is just a metaphor for an instrument. An electric guitar is the instrument of choice for now. Only the avatar music can enchant them out of this world's offerings. If cows have to come home, don't the souls? Learning and education should be very interesting. People are strange. The strange bit about the people of this planet is not how little they actually know. It is how little they actually want to learn. Qualified. Beings on this planet find themselves not qualified for a lot of things, activities without appropriate training, etc. But surprisingly, they all feel qualified for surfing the time wave called life without any training, preparation, or knowing. Oh, I found it was too low. No research. No research. There have been so many theories to explain the dumbness and the retardedness of the muggles who make up the majority of the masses. But they hardly ever get to the point, which is that people are dumb like they are because they have an inherent non-researching attitude. Yeah, they are. They're busy and non-learning attitude. Non-researching attitude. And just to clarify for all muggles, research does not mean PhD from any city's so-called university. Research is the search for core existential answers. No research leads to two things. Monkey see, monkey do approach of getting through life. Second, seeking attention for oneself for no rhyme or reason, both of which leads to being trapped in the matrix, which in turn means boredom, hell, and torture. Boredom, hell, and torture. The absolutely rarest thing. Having surveyed this world, and its inhabitants. LotusOcean has found that the rarest thing here is not gold or diamonds or uranium. The rarest thing, insert drum rolls and all, is insert loud guitars and all, learning attitude. Yeah. Youth. Yes. Yes or yes. Most on this planet suffer from what can be called as muggle youth invincibility syndrome. Yes. They are always far away from yes. Youth inquiry sense. When people reach that age of 16, 17, they get carried away by a torrent of energy called youth, which they find themselves unable to cope with. It's too intoxicating a drink for them. It makes them heady, proud, non-listening. They all seem to know what to do without having any real knowledge at all. Learning, humility all seem like bad words. Old age seems like something which only happens to others. Death does not even exist. It seems youth is what they are, born for again and again, but cannot really utilize any time. Miseducation. Education is a big word in this world, when none is actually happening. The so-called educators, going under the accepted social term teachers, know nothing themselves, but have assigned themselves the role to set up curricula, tests, and environments for learning. Under the banner of change and improvement, one encounters jokers who aim to breathe life into this fundamentally faulty and dead system, where instead of evolution, jobs and fitting in is the key. They consider themselves experts on what is good for kids and others in general, without being sure about what is good for themselves. The fact is that in countries like India, where education is the buzzword, it is way more difficult to talk sense with an educated person than with an uneducated villager. Beliefs in temples is dying, but the beliefs in school, colleges, and universities show no signs of abating. Education in its current context is simply a conveyor belt to churn out slaves for a Borg system. All its grandiose institutions consuming enormous resources are no different from waste landfills. This pseudo-education doesn't tackle any real issue like life or death. What else is there anyway? School. Come back with this.